Hey everybody, Steve again. Tales of Atlantis,
I'm Ismu, and this is the Tales of Atlantis.
episode 482. This one is a fun little convention story. Way back in the day, before we legitimately did conventions, and when it was more just like, hey, we'll just go do a thing, and maybe we'll get to meet some new folks, and get our name out in front of some customers that maybe wouldn't know about us. Not a whole lot of I was always up for back in the day. I was always up for any opportunity to put our name in front of new customers potentially, that maybe didn't know about us, because at the time when we did this, social media wasn't the thing it is now. It was a lot harder to sort of, get people outside your normal customer base. So we got a call for a convention. Someone was putting together a little mini-con type thing. They were going to have little, comics and superhero related stuff. We're like, oh, sure, sounds good. We'd be interested in that. Maybe it was going to be a free thing. It was just they were just looking to get people to come out and maybe sell a few things, show some stuff off, that kind of thing. So we were like, oh, let's get the details. Well, turns out that this little mini convention was being put together at a strip club somewhere in Newport News.
We get there, and the largest bouncer I've ever seen is guarding this door for what is essentially a tiny brick shack on the side of the interstate outside of Newport News. I honestly did not believe that we found the right place until the guy guarding the door told us this is the doorway to Wonderland.
And it was being organized by one of the dancers, and we were like, oh, that's odd, but I mean, it's in the daytime. Like, they told us, they kind of pushed it as like, hey, this is going to be, it's in the daytime. It's going to be more, it's this more of a venue based thing. We're like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, a couple of my employees were like, yeah, we'll go, why not?
Me and Robbie are the ones that get tasked with going to this event.
And we were like, sure. We sent a few things out. Mostly it was just like, hey, here's some things to show off. Maybe sell a few things. Here's some cards, whatever. You figured, what could go wrong, right? I mean, like, well, a lot, actually. So we didn't really, it wasn't really easy. It wasn't something you could just look up on like Google Earth or anything like that, or Google Maps, or, like I said, this was a long time ago. Atlantis has been around for over 25 years, so this was quite a while ago. And we got all the info, and I sent the two people that were going to go do the event. And it turns out that the dancer that organized everything no longer worked there.
Turns out the lady does work there, but not that day. And she wasn't tasked with this. She just decided it'd be a good idea and was going to show some initiative, but then forgot to tell her employers about this.
And no one knew anything about it.
But weirdly, he thinks it's kind of an awesome idea. And he's like, you guys want to do it anyways? You're here. And we agree.
So they were like, oh yeah, everyone's going to be dressed as superheroes. It's just going to be this big thing. Obviously, they get there. No one knows anything about it, but they let them set up a table. And so the folks that I sent, didn't call and say, hey, what do you want to do? They were just like, all right, let's just set up. Why not? So they set up, and obviously they're getting a lot of side eye, because this is not exactly the kind of place you would want to do convention type things at all, period. But the folks I sent were like, afterwards they got back, they were just like, they hung around for like an hour, and they're like, all right, we're out of here.
We'd made the correct call and ended the night there and just left.
They basically were like, this looks like it belonged. They felt like they were in an episode of Sons of Anarchy.
It's a lot different atmosphere when we show up. It's not a cozy, quaint little shack on the side of the interstate anymore. It's a set like Sons of Anarchy or something. All of a sudden,
it was a crazy experience. No one knew what was going on. There's a bunch of bikers and stuff, and I don't know. It was one of those situations where like it seemed like a good idea at the time. In hindsight, I don't know what I was thinking.
Pretended it never happened, because if we didn't, I don't think I'd be here to give you this story.
But we'll just say it was an experience for sure. One of those minis, just strange Atlanta stories that's just kind of hung around over the years. Whenever we all get together and stuff, it definitely comes up on a regular basis just because it's so bizarre. So thanks for watching.